What happens when the daughter of a legendary action hero and a famous supermodel tries to trade the fashion world for the wrestling ring? Arissa LeBrock had a real shot at becoming a WWE superstar, but her journey hit a wall thanks to a major injury and the long shadow of a family scandal. This is the story of how Steven Seagal's daughter fought to make her own name, only to have her dream nearly derailed by the world she was born into. In the late 80s and early 90s, you couldn't get much bigger than Steven Seagal and Kelly LeBrock. Seagal was the stoic, aikido-chopping action hero, a genuine movie star famous for his martial arts skills. His wife, Kelly LeBrock, was an iconic supermodel and actress. In 1993, Arissa LeBrock was born right into the middle of all that fame and fortune, inheriting her father's on-screen intensity and her mother's famous grace. But growing up wasn't a Hollywood fairy tale. Her entire world was shaken when her parents' marriage fell apart in a messy, high-profile divorce. It was triggered by rumors of a cheating scandal involving Steven Seagal and the family's nanny, and it all played out in the tabloids. That's a tough thing for any kid to go through. To protect her children from the spotlight, Kelly LeBrock made a huge change. She quit Hollywood, moved her family to a ranch in Southern California, and, as she later claimed, got rid of her TV for over 2 decades to give her kids a normal life away from the chaos. But a famous last name is hard to escape, and that's a lesson Arissa would have to learn again and again. Before she ever thought about wrestling, Arissa followed her mom's path onto the fashion runway, building a successful career as a plus-size model. She became a powerful voice for body positivity and self-love, which was a big deal coming from someone who grew up under the microscope of Hollywood beauty standards. She landed campaigns with major brands and even got the cover of Plus Model magazine. Her growing fame led to a role on the Lifetime reality show Growing Up Supermodel, which followed the kids of celebrities trying to make it in modeling. The show gave the world a closer look at Arissa, a young woman fighting to create her own identity while dealing with her famous family. She was proving she was more than just a name. She was finding her own success in the same industry her mother once ruled. But another part of her background, her father's fighting spirit, was about to pull her in a completely different direction. Going from high fashion to professional wrestling might seem like a strange career move. For Arissa, though, it was a natural fit. While she was modeling, she was also secretly training in one of the toughest martial arts out there, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She wasn't just dabbling. She was seriously training at the well-respected Paragon Jiu-Jitsu and Kickboxing Academy. It was a clear sign that she had her father's athletic instincts. With her unique look, charisma, and backstory, she caught the eye of the biggest company in sports entertainment. In December 2019, Arissa LeBrock got the call for a tryout with WWE at their Performance Center in Orlando, where superstars are made. The pressure was on. In wrestling, a famous name can open doors, but it also brings a ton of skepticism. People wondered if she was just getting a handout. Arissa knew she had to work twice as hard to prove she belonged there because of her skill, not just her parents. She seemed to have it all: the look, the genes, and the drive. She was on the verge of a WWE career, ready to prove everyone wrong. Then, everything changed. Just as her dream was getting started, it was put on hold. During her W journey, Arissa suffered a severe, career-threatening injury. While the exact medical details were kept under wraps, its effect was devastating. The physical pain was one thing, but the emotional damage was worse. Her career momentum stopped cold, and she had to step away from the ring, leaving her future in wrestling completely up in the air. On top of her injury, she was still dealing with the weight of her family's past. The old scandal from her parents' divorce and her father's controversial reputation meant she was never just an injured athlete, she was always Steven Seagal's daughter. That headline came with decades of baggage. She has spoken openly about how this intense public focus made her struggles with body image and self-worth even harder. Her dream felt like it was over before it even began. The bright lights of WWE were gone, replaced by the long, lonely process of recovery. Many would have given up, but Arissa wasn't done fighting. Just when things looked hopeless, she got an offer from someone who knew exactly what it was like to wrestle under a famous father's shadow, Dustin Rhodes. The AEW star and respected coach reached out and offered Arissa a second chance to train at his Rhodes Wrestling Academy in Texas. This wasn't a shortcut back to fame, it was a chance to rebuild from the ground up. At the academy, she wasn't Hollywood royalty. She was just another student learning the ropes. She put in the hours, dedicating herself to the grueling work of retraining her body and mind. Dustin Rhodes saw her drive and her raw talent, saying publicly that she was doing a great job and that it was only the beginning for her. He predicted that soon the whole world would be talking about Arissa LeBrock. That prediction started to come true in March 2023, when Arissa made her official pro wrestling debut at a Rhodes Wrestling Academy showcase. When she stepped into that ring, she wasn't a model or a reality star. She was a wrestler who had earned her spot, not because of her name, but in spite of it. What do you think of Arissa's incredible story of resilience? Do you think she has what it takes to overcome the odds and make it to the top of the wrestling world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this story compelling, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of wrestling. Arissa LeBrock's story is a powerful lesson in fighting for your own identity. She was born into the shadow of Hollywood, walked high-fashion runways, and got a shot at WWE stardom. She was hit with a public family scandal and a private, devastating injury that almost ended her career. But she refused to be defined by her parents or her problems. Through pure grit, she rebuilt her dream from scratch and earned the respect of her peers through hard work. The question now is, what's next? Will she eventually make her way back to the global stage of WWE, or will she keep building her own legacy on the independent circuit? Whatever happens, Arissa LeBrock has already proven that a legacy isn't just something you inherit, it's something you build yourself.